Uh, okay. Mm, oh, 44. Mm, my name is James Ethan, Mr. Edison. I'm a friend of Adriana Hall. She knew you needed a place to stay, and Jesus God, Eden was probably in his late 40s or early 50s, medium height and build, dressed in a gray suit with striped shirt and gray tie. The most striking thing about him, other than what he was alone, was his plainness. He looked like the kind of guy who made it as far as he could in a bank, who still takes his family to Disneyland and cuts his lawn on Saturdays. He didn't mean to frighten you. This is your apartment. Incredulous Harry lowered his hands. Shut off. What do you mean, shut off? Is not in my name, and my wife doesn't know about it. That was a surprise. You and Adriana Anna, not anymore. Ethan hesitated, looking at Harry. Then he closed the room and opened a cabinet above the television. To? Would you like a drink? Harry glanced at the front door. Who was this guy? FBI shaking him out, making sure he was unarmed and alone. If I told the police where you were, I wouldn't be standing here offering you a drink, vodka or scotch. Where's Adriana? Ethan took out a bottle of vodka and poured them each 2 fingers. I work in the US Embassy, first secretary to the consular for political affairs. No ice, sorry. He handed Harry a glass and then walked over and sat down on the couch. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Edison. Adriana thought it might be helpful if we talked. Harry fingered his glass. He was overwrought. Overwrought. He was overwrought. beat up his nerves all over the place, but he had to pull himself back, be aware enough of what was happening to protect himself. Ethan might be who he said he was, and they're trying to help him. Or he might not. He could be doing a diplomatic thing, making sure no feathers got ruffled between the US and Italy when they hand him over to the police. I didn't kill the policeman. You didn't? No. What about the videotape? I was told. Torture. I was tortured. I was tortured. Then cause cause what? Cattle meant what? Torture. ST. Torture, torrents, torpedo, tone, top, topo, torture, การทรมาน torturous ซับซ้อนไม่ชัดเจน torturous torture ทรมาน His confession was extracted under torture ความทุกข์ทรมานทางร่างกายและจิตใจ I was tortured. Is torture having to sit here and listen to him complaining for hours? Torture were most of the prisoners were tortured into making a confession. She was tortured by the thought that the accident was her fault. Torturer, Tory. การทรมานคนทรมานการทรมาน Cool. 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 Course. 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 Coexist. Course. Course. บังคับบีบบังคับ coercion coercion course curse 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 code curse 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 cursed. I was tortured tortures I was tortured then coerced into making it by the people who I assume did kill him. They took me away afterward. Then they shot me and left me for dead. Harry lifted his bandaged hand, except I didn't die. Ethan sat back. Who were these people? I don't know. I never saw them. Did they speak English? Some mostly Italian. They killed a policeman and, in essence, kidnapped and tortured you. Torture ทรมาน torture you ทรมาน coach 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 เนี่ยลืมเลย coach 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 บังคับบีบบังคับบังคับบีบบังคับลืมตัวยูทรมาน then coached into making it by people who I assume did kill him. Ethan took a pull at his drink. They killed a policeman and, in essence, kidnapped into torture, torture you, torture you, torture you, torture you, torture you, and touch you, touch you, torture you, torture you, torture you. Yes, Ethan took a pull at his drink. Why, what did they want? They wanted to know about my brother. The priest Harry nodded. What did they want to know about him? Where he was? And what did you tell them? I said I didn't know or if he was even alive. Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Yes. Harry lifted his glass and took half the vodka in one swallow. Then he finished it and set the glass on the table in front of Ethan. Mr. Ethan, I am innocent. I believe my brother innocent. I believe my brother is innocent, and I am scared to death of the Italian police. What can the embassy do to help? There has to be something. How do I? Ethan looked at Harry for a long moment, as if he were thinking. Finally, he stood and picked up Harry's glass, crossing to the cabinets. He poured them each a second drink. By rights, Mr. Edison, I should have informed the consul general the moment Adriana called, but then he would have been obliged to notify the Italian authorities. I would have betrayed a trust, and you would have been in the jail or horse, and what wouldn't have done either of us much good. Harry looked at him, puzzled. What does this mean? We are in the information business, Mr. Edison, not law enforcement. The job of the consular for political affairs is to know the political climate of the county to which he or she is assigned. In our case, that applies not only to Italy but the Vatican. The killing of the Cardinal Vicar of Rome and the sabotage of the Assisi bus, which I know the police believe are somehow interconnected, involve both. As private secretary to Cardinal Marciano, your brother was in a privileged position within the church. If he did assassinate the Cardinal Vicar, is more than probable. He wasn't acting alone. If so, there's every reason to believe that the murder was not an isolated incident but part of a larger intrigue, intrigue, intrigue taking place At the highest levels of the Holy See, Eden came back and handed Harry his glass. That's where our interest is, Mr. Edison, inside the Vatican. What if my brother didn't do it? What if he wasn't involved at all? I have to believe what the police do, that the Assisi bus was bombed for one reason, to kill your brother. Whoever did it thought he was dead, but now they doubt it and are very fearful of what he knows and what he can tell, and they will do anything to find him and shut him up. What he knows, what he can tell. Suddenly Harry understood. You want to find him too. That's right, Eden said quietly. No, I mean you, not the embassy, not even your boss. You, yourself. That's why you're here. I'm 51 years old and still a secretary. Mr. Edison, I have been passed over for the promotion more times than you would want to know. I don't want to retire as a secretary. Therefore, I need to do something that will make it impossible for them not to raise my standing, uncovering something going on deep inside the Vatican would do that very well. And you want me to help you? Harry was incredulous. Not just me, Mr. Edison, yourself. What your brother knows. He is the only one who can get you off the hook. You know that as well as I do. Harry said nothing, just died. If he is alive and in fear of his life, how would he know his video is fake? All he knows is that you want him to come in, and when he gets desperate enough, he's going to have to trust someone who better than you, maybe, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't know where I am, and I don't know where he is. Neither does anybody else. Don't you think the police are meticulously backtracking through the people who were on board the bus, both living and the dead, to see what happened, find out where he made his wish or where someone made it for him? What good does that do me? Adriana? She is the ultimate professional. She knew about you the first day you came to Rome. Harry's gaze drifted. Harry's gaze drifted off. It was why she picked him up. She picked him up at the hotel. He'd even accused her of it and tried to walk away, but she turned him inside out and back again. The whole time she was setting him up for the story, not so much them, but for where it might lead. Yet she was the ultimate professional. Yes, she was the ultimate professional. The same was he was, and he should have been aware of it all along, because it was the place where they both lived their lives. They both lived their life. Life or live? Lived their lives there and almost nowhere else. Why do you think she called me as soon as she got off the phone with you? She knew what she wanted and what I needed and what I could do for you. She knew that if she played it right, it would work to all our advantages. Jesus fucking Christ. Harry ran a hand through his hair and walked away. Then he turned back. You've thought it all out, except for one thing. Even if we did find out where he is, he can't come to me, and I can't go to him. Eden took a sip of his drink. You could ask someone else. New name, passport, driver's license. If you were careful, you could go anywhere you wanted. You can do that. Yes, Harry stared at him, angry, manipulated, amazed. If I were you, Mr. Edison, I would be jubilant. After everything, you actually have two people who want to help you and can. Harry continued the stare. Eden, you are on goddamning, goddamn, goddamned son of a bitch. No, Mr. Edison, I'm goddamned civil servant.